Welcome and welcome back to my channel, Bumtibi Beauty. If you're new to my channel, my name is Juliana. Welcome to another swatch party. So today I'm going to be swatching my Nomad cosmetic palette haul. So I hauled some palettes during Black Friday, which I still haven't swatched on my channel. Normally if I buy palettes in bulk, I like to swatch them first and then do looks with them. So I got 5 palettes during Black Friday. They were having a 50% sale. Normally I can buy from Nomad until they have a sale, or I have to kind of accumulate the palettes because of the shipping cost. So I kind of like waited. All of the palettes they released I want to say from the middle of the year, and all the ones I didn't have, I kind of just put them together and I got them during Black Friday. Because of the 50% off, I was able to afford shipping, and that's how I got my 5 palettes. The 6th palette, which is the Paradise Islands Intense Eyeshadow Palette, I did receive as PR, just so that you know, but I'll be including it in the swatch party for today. Oh, and by the way, this is the palette I'm wearing on my eyes. It's one of the 3 looks I created with this palette, and I'm going to start my swatches with the Paradise Island palette. Now, if you're new to my channel, I usually prefer to just swatch the shimmers because I love shimmers. They are what matters most to me. With mattes, they can be deceiving because sometimes they don't swatch well, but they apply excellently on the eye. In fact, most times I've found the shades that don't swatch well are the ones that perform the most on the eye. So I tend not to swatch mattes unless the color is unique, or for whatever reason I just want to swatch it. Just so you know, I'll be mostly swatching the shimmers from each of the palettes today. Alright, and I'm going to start my swatches from the top row, then to the middle, and then to the bottom. Alright, these are the first 3 shimmers. So that's a very light pink, an orange, and a darker pink. And then the shimmers in the middle row. So it looks like there are 3 shimmers and 3 mattes each in each row. So those are the shimmers in the middle row, and these are the last 3 shimmers. This one in the middle really took me by surprise today. So is this one I'm swatching now. It was bright and beautiful. I built up that purple, but these are the shimmers in the Paradise Island palette. They are beautiful and gorgeous. I think I didn't use 2 of the shimmers or 3 today, but all of the ones I used, they were just so beautiful, easy to apply on the eyes. I did not spray them. I just put some glitter adhesive on my eyes and I just applied the shimmers. I didn't need to spray them at all. They were beautiful. And again, these are all the shimmers. Alright, because this is a new palette, I'm going to swatch 5 mattes. Okay, I'm going to swatch all of the ones in the top row. So all of the mattes in the top row, especially because if you have darker skin tone, so you know what it looks like on your skin tone. This first one is, to me, feels more like a satin shade. So as far as I'm concerned, I call that a matte. I would usually layer it over a matte, then put shimmer. That's the way I would use a satin shade. That's the second matte. That is beautiful. And they are quite pigmented. So those are the 3 mattes in the top row, and the remaining 3 mattes I'm swatching. So all of the mattes in the second and the last row I actually used in one look or the other that I created with this palette. So you can see from there how pigmented they are. Use that one as well. They are just gorgeous. And these 2 they are so pigmented, they are so stained. Especially the green is stained. As in, it stained my fingers today while I was removing the high look. But just so you know, so if you don't like stain, then I would say stay away from this green. It's really pigmented. In fact, all of the mattes I used today, they are really pigmented. So surprising. Okay, the next one I'm swatching is this little one called Studio 54, and this is the inside of the palette. So it's 4 shimmer shades in this palette. There isn't any matte at all. So these are the 4 shades. This one is really beautiful. I can't wait to use it on my eyes. So that's the first shade. Oh wow, that is beautiful. And then the 4th shade. So those are the 4 shimmers. It looks like duochrome to me, actually, from what I can see on the camera. They all look like duochrome. Okay, reading the back, it does says multichrome disco shadow palette. Definitely more than one shift in these shimmers. It's beautiful. Yeah, I can't wait to use that in a look. I mean, so far so good. I've not touched any of this palette. I just wanted to swatch them first before I use them. Yeah, but those are the shades in the Studio 54 palette. Alright, while we're on shimmers, let's move to another one, which is an all shimmer palette, and it's the Home for Holidays palette. I think this is the one they released at Christmas time. So it's Home for the Holidays palette, and I don't think this is duochrome or anything like that. It's just shimmers. It's just 9 shimmers, beautiful shimmers. So these are the first 4 shades. Oh my days, that's white. Wow. The next one, a pink. It's an orange, yeah, orange. I want to say orange and peach, and then a golden yellow. I would say it's beautiful. Wow, that is really beautiful and yummy. So those are the first 4 shades, and then these are the next 4. Wow, I can't believe I haven't used this palette all my days. That is gorgeous. Can you see that red? Wow, wow. Those are beautiful. So these are the first 8 shades, just 1 left. So the last one is actually a matte. That's a matte. So it's 8 shimmers and 1 matte, and it's odd that it's black. So the only matte in the palette is black, and it's very black. Look how silky that is. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so these are all the shades in the Home for the Holiday palette. So these are all the swatches. Beautiful, gorgeous palette. So moving on to the next palette. Alright, moving on to the Lake Como palette. Another gorgeous and beautiful one. So this is a mixture of shimmers and mattes. I'm going to swatch all the shades in this palette because it's only 9. Alright, first 4 shades. What a gorgeous color story. Third one, and the 4th shade, which is a shimmer. Beautiful sea green shimmer. Yeah, definitely sea green. Yeah, so that's the first 4 shades. Next 4 shades. So this is a matte green, beautiful green shimmer. Oh, wow. Another matte and a oh my days, and a shimmer. Oh my days, that is beautiful. So that's the next 4 shades, and then the last shade. This is not a black, it looks like a navy blue. So it's quite close to black, but it's not quite black. It's definitely navy blue or charcoal or something, but it's definitely not black. So these are all the swatches of the Lake Como palette. Yeah, beautiful palette. I mean, some of the shades do remind me of the Fire and Ice palette, the other blue palette. But yeah, that's the swatches of Lake Como palette. Alright, the next palette I'll be swatching is the Haunted Europe palette, and it's got like a 2 picture. Like if I change or twist the palette, you can see 2 pictures in the frame. So a woman, and can't make out what the other one is. Okay, it's another woman, and then with like a skeleton. I don't think you want to know that, but yeah, it's a 2-tone or 2 picture kind of palette. I think this is the one they released during Halloween time, and this is the inside of the palette. This is gorgeous, really gorgeous. The one thing also that I like about their palette is, depending on the time they release the palette, the theme of the palette is usually suited to that season or whatever it is. You know how some brands will release, I don't know, any palette, any sort of color story at any particular time? Their color stories is usually very themed. So, and I like that. So this is supposed to be like dark, grungy, mysterious kind of palette, and it's giving me all that vibes. So this is the Halloween one, and as mentioned earlier, I'm just going to swatch all the shimmers. If I see any matte that looks unique, then I will swatch that, but because it's such a big palette as well, I think I'm just going to stick to these shimmers this time around. Okay, first 4 shades in the first row. Oh, it's gorgeous. shade and the fourth shade. Wow, they are beautiful. Just kind of built on that green, that mint green again, but these are the first 4 shades. Alright, next 4 shimmers. Wow, those are gorgeous. This color story is really unique and beautiful. Alright, there's only 1 shimmer left to swatch, so I'm gonna swatch 3 mattes as well. So that's the last shimmer. I'm gonna swatch the mattes at the back of my hand. So that, and then the last one. And this is my swatches of the Haunted Europe palette. So gorgeous. I mean, just the shimmers alone, oh, beautiful. It's such a beautiful palette. Moving on to the 6th and final palette. This is the America's Pax palette. Is one of my favorite from Nomad as well. And this is the inside of the palette. It is gorgeous too. Really beautiful. So again, I'm gonna swatch all the shimmers first, and if I see any unique mattes, then I'll swatch it. First 4 shimmers. Nice, beautiful. I think that one is a duochrome because it has like a different tone to it. But these are the first 4 shimmers. Next 4 shimmers. Definitely more than 1 shades are duochrome, because I can definitely see different tones in the swatches. Those are beautiful. Alright, there's the final shimmer I haven't swatched, but I wanted to bring this close to the camera. I don't know if you can see the specks in this shade. Can you see that? Wow. They look like one of my Tamitanuka shimmers, but yeah, just wanted to bring that close to the camera so you can see the flecks in it. Alright, because that was the last shimmer, so I swatched 3 mattes. So that's the last shimmer. And then the mattes. I'm going to swatch the last one right here. It's a brown, so that's quite close to my skin tone. But these are all the swatches. So putting the palette right next to it. So these are beautiful, beautiful color story. Yeah, so that's the America's Pax palette. Alright, those are all my latest. I would like to call it latest because those are the ones I've not featured yet on my channel. Those are the latest Nomad palettes that I have in my collection, all swatched. So I would definitely like to create looks with some of this palette. I know they are not new palettes. Even when palettes are new, people generally don't watch tutorials or looks on palettes this day. They just want a review. But I still am going to create a look with 1 or 2 of the palettes. But yeah, so those are all my swatches. So as mentioned earlier, don't forget I already have a look. I have 3 looks on the Paradise Islands palette. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of this video. Hope you've enjoyed my swatches and you've enjoyed hanging out with me. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it, share it and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll see you.